Hey Sagittarius, it's Lisa, and here is your March 4th to 10th, 2024 reading. This is just a general reading. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, all my contact information is in the description box below. I'm having a very hard time speaking this week. Okay, so let's see what the overall message is for you this week. So the overall message, Sagittarius, is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is all about getting a new perspective, accepting certain things that are the way they are, getting this new perspective, and then you're able to truly go towards the next step. Like clearly kind of go, okay, I see what I need to do. A lot of times this card can also mean you've worked hard, like the battle's over, everything's like if you've been working on a project, it's like, okay, it's complete. We can take a step back, gather our thoughts, and then move forward with the next phase. So for each of you, it may be a little bit different, but there's some information or something that gives you this new perspective, which then really enables you to move towards your goals. What you have a challenge for, geez, I'm having such a hard time this week. It's crazy. I think Mercury would be in retrograde or something, but so the challenge you have this week is the conflict card, which is really all about drama, conflict, what will people think, worrying about having, this person think this and that person think that. What does everybody else do? And this card is all about you just need to stay neutral and not get pulled into all these different energies. Just focus on where you're going and what you need to do. For some of you, it can just be having boundaries with people. If you do stuff on the internet, it's about, not worrying about trolls and all of that kind of stuff and saying, you know what, I'm not going to listen to all the reviews. I'm not going to listen to this. I'm just going to continue forward doing what I love to do. And if it's, drama around you, friends, family, it's like, you don't have time to waste on all of that. You have stuff to do, but it's a challenge this week. And then where you need to focus on is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is all about listening to your gut, not what everybody else thinks you should do, not trying to emulate someone, looking at what they say their opinion is, how you should do something. You need to trust your gut and follow your gut. What does your gut tell you you need to do? Again, this goes very much in with this card. You have to trust and believe what your gut is telling you and know it's not leading you astray. And then what you don't see coming, Sagittarius, will reveal in a moment. Okay, so getting a new perspective and moving forward. The Three of Cups is about expanding. Sometimes this can be about networking and kind of moving towards, expanding the people around you and networking with the people around you in order to move towards success. So it can be that way for some of you, but it really is about expanding one way or another. So once you get this new perspective, you're able to really expand and move, in all directions towards spreading your success out. The Two of Wands is about not thinking small. It's about not limiting your thinking, not settling. It is, again, about expanding, thinking big, and then thinking even bigger. Sky is the limit, right? You have to think big. It's like, I can have that, and I can have the most of that, and it's going to be even more successful than I expected my life. Okay, so then the challenge you have is about conflict, people around you, worrying about people around you, drama. And it's like you just need to stay neutral, kind of stay bubbled and focus on what you're doing, and not get pulled into all of the other stuff. The Seven of Pentacles is that you've planted the seeds to your success, and now it's just moving forward towards and doing what you need to do in order to have more and more success. So if it's a project, it could be marketing, putting yourself out there. It could be ending a certain thing so you have more time to do something else. So it's just about growth and really kind of being open to adapting as you move along, not being so structured. And then they're saying that your whole life is going to shift. Your whole life is changing, which is really exciting. It's moving you towards bigger and better. It feels sometimes the Tower is the universe kicking us in the arse to get us going towards where we're supposed to be doing. But this doesn't feel like this. This feels much more like you've created it. You've created this shift and everything's going to shift. So just be prepared. And that can be another reason why, you need to kind of stay focused and not get pulled into drama, because everything's shifting. The Page of Wands is about listening to your gut, not everybody else, not trying to do things like someone else, not listening to what people think you should be doing. It's about trusting your gut instinct. There's a whole new phase in your life that's going to be starting. Again, this shift and change. And then the Queen of Pentacles is just not stressing and worrying about, traditionally it's money, but that doesn't feel what it is. It feels like whatever makes you secure in the material world. It's not holding on too tightly. There's something that you're going to have to let go of in order to move towards more success. And it can be attitude, an actual thing, but it just feels like, okay, I'm done with that now. Now I got to move on to this. That's the feeling all around it, Sagittarius. And then what you don't see coming is negative mindset, which is interesting. So again, this can be with this, right? People having their own opinion, trolls, everyone's telling you, different things. And it's just, don't let your mind get pulled into the negative. Even if you're working on a project and you're like, okay, my goal is to have it by March 1st, and then it doesn't happen because it's not ready. Don't focus on the fact that it's not ready. Just keep moving forward and saying, well, you know what? I'm just going to keep going. It's going to be ready when it's ready, right? So it's just knowing that there's a lot of good things coming. Just don't let the negative pull you down this week. And it feels as well as about this energy that's all around you, this drama, conflict, whatever it is. Don't let it bring you down. Focus on gratitude, focus on what you do have, and continue forward. And then again, they're talking about expanding. It feels almost like you're outgrowing a certain group of people or a thought process, and you need to expand from that thought process, expand your life, and not just it's almost like feeling like you're focusing on your hometown and you need to think globally. That's sort of the thinking of it. It's kind of don't think small, think big, and expand the possibilities. And when you focus and limit your thinking and get pulled into all the drama and conflict, that brings down the negative and you spin rather than continuing forward and thinking big. So really, really interesting, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Can't wait to see what the rest of the weeks hold for you this month. Have a fabulous week, and I will talk to you soon.
No matter how slow you go, you're still out lapping everybody at home sitting on their couches.